Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. We're going to make this card that's shown right here. I have been seeing so many people stitching on their channels and on Instagram, and I don't have any stitching dies, but I wanted to give it a shot. So I dug around in my stash and I found these really old, I'm pretty sure my mom bought them for me like, I don't know, 10 years ago, Cutter Bee bugs. And these two poke little holes, so I thought I would give it a shot. And I started playing around with some cardstock and my little Cutter Bee tools. One of them has a double stitched wheel, a double piercing wheel on it. The other one has a single piercing wheel. And so I just used my T-ruler to keep the Cutter Bee straight, and I just started playing around. The mat that's in the background is a self-healing foam. It's supposed to be for stamping before the MISTI existed, but I just thought since it's self-healing it would work well. It's kind of foamy, and I just was playing around with it to see how much pressure you needed to put on the paper and if the holes would pierce appropriately for it to, to be stitched on. Um, so then I found some of my floss, and you'll see here in a second it takes me way too long to thread a needle, and I just used two like pieces of the thread from the embroidery floss, and yeah, here you go. Here's me taking forever to thread a needle. But I chose green. Green is like the only color that I have neatly organized on one of those little bobber thingamajiggers. But yeah, still taking an eternity to thread a needle. Here we go. Finally threaded the needle. Um, and so I just decided I would try a simple pattern because I didn't really want to invest a whole bunch of money into something different, like some different portion of card making before I figured out if I would like it or not or enjoy it, because I know Jennifer McGuire says that's very relaxing for her, and I'm sure that it is. I just wasn't sure if I would love it as much. However, after playing around a lot and seeing the results, I love it. And I didn't do anything as intricate or beautiful as the stuff that she does, so I can imagine that it's a lot more fulfilling. Here I am picking out a different color. Um, and it looks like, yeah, here we go. I'm still trying to get this going with the purple. So I decided to go the opposite direction with the purple and just kind of like crisscross them. I didn't really know what else to do. I just wanted to try something simple to see how it would turn out and see if it would work. And I did end up liking the results. And off camera, I ended up doing the same pattern but on a different color cardstock because I was looking for a different result, so that the colors would stand out a little more on the paper. So I did it on a tan, which is what you'll see me turn into the final card at the end. And yeah, all right, here's the tan one. I did put a piece of tape across the back. It's just like wrapping paper tape, to keep the pieces, the ends of the floss there so they didn't come out or anything. I'm sure there's some other way to do that, but that's what I chose to do. All right, and here's the finished product, and I am just going to cut it down to a nice little 1-inch strip so I can have it for the front of my card. Apparently it takes me way too long to line up a 1-inch strip on camera. Oh, and there you can hear my paper cutter. And my kids. Oh, there's the kids in the background. So here I am assembling the card, gluing it all together. And I had a sentiment strip from, who's that sentiment strip from? Tailored Expressions. And I wanted it to fit at the very bottom of the card, so I just cut one end of the white strip and the brown strip so that it would fit and not hang over the card and not cover up any of my stitching. One other little trick that I've seen Jennifer McGuire do, and I decided to do that because this is brown core cardstock. I took the edges of the cardstock and went over them with a brown pen to make it look like it's actually brown paper, not white core paper. And here I am getting my marker, I think, maybe. Yeah, there we go. So you can see it's brown core or white core paper, and so I'm getting my brown marker and covering up the edges so it looks, it's not a step anybody has to do, it just, for me, it looks complete then. And it gets a little bit of the fuzzies off the edges of the paper too, because with die cutting there's always little fuzzies. And I'm going to pop up the little sentiment with some foam squares. And I'm using my Make Art station to hold it all together while I glue it together and stuff. And pretty soon here we will have our finished product. This card was a lot of fun, and I think I will be delving into the world of stitching dies soon. I added a whole bunch to my cart on Amazon, and I saw that Spellbinders has a whole bunch of new ones that I want too. It's always a struggle to line it up perfectly. Alrighty, there's the card. I left it blank on the inside. I like it how it turned out. Thank you for watching.